Live, this is News Channel 8 at 7 on your side.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us. We are your official Bucs station, and right behind me, you see the lights? That's Raymond James Stadium. That's where all the action is tonight.
Ray J, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are hosting the Dallas Cowboys tonight. Kickoff in just about an hour. The first step on the road to the big game.
The Bucs.
It's win or go home, so, all those emotions are out there. Everybody's ready to play.
You can't get up next Sunday if you lose this ball game.
Ready for this do-or-die game against the Cowboys.
As you guys can see, this season was rough. It was a battle to get here. So
no one wants to go home this time of year. Everybody's fighting for every play, every yard. Everything is so meaningful.
Will Tom Brady move on to claim his 8th Super Bowl win, or could the Bucs get eliminated in what could be the GOAT's last season?
Coming your way from your official Bucs station, our Bucs playoff coverage begins right now. And you are looking live from Eagle 8 HD, a rather cool but a beautiful evening at Raymond James Stadium.
It's a sellout crowd there tonight. 66,000 fans set to watch the Bucs host the Cowboys. This epic showdown between these two teams, a rematch from Week 1, and the Bucs are hoping for a repeat. And of course, your official Bucs station has team coverage. Jack Royer is hanging out with the Bucs Nation. Chief meteorologist Jeff Baradelli has your game time forecast. But first, let's get right to sports anchors Dan Lucas and Karen Loftus.
Good evening, guys. We're outside here as the fans are making their way in. The gates are open here at Ray J, and I have to tell you, walking out, we passed by Joe Buck and Troy Aikman calling the action tonight for the network, and that gives you the feel. Oh, this is the big stage. We are here. We're ready.
It does. And I'm going to steal the lines from all the players and coaches this week. It's win or go home, the highest stakes, whole new season, as Levante David said.
I'm glad you mentioned Levante David, because all afternoon and evening, we've been talking about the young guys, the rookies, the guys who've been here 3 years, who've been in the playoffs all 3 years. Think about Levante David, the longest tenured Buck right now, and also Mike Evans, Will Golston, these players who did not get to do this for a long time. This is new to them as well, or their 3rd straight year. And in the case of David, it took him 9 years to get to his first postseason. He's not taking this one for granted.
it takes a while to get here. It's hard to get here. So as you guys can see, this season was rough. It was a battle to get here. So we're here now. But definitely don't take these opportunities for granted. You never know when you're going to be back here again. Luckily, 3 years in a row, being able to get in this tournament. But definitely a situation where every football player dream to be in. Obviously happy to be here, but also enthused to be here and be able to get this thing going.
And the young guys said that they are not taking it for granted either. Antoine Winfield Jr., 3rd year in the league, 3rd straight trip to the playoffs. And he said he was talking to his dad, who of course played in the NFL, and said, I know how special it is to get to the playoffs after talking to my dad about how difficult it is to get to the playoffs. So.
Now, the Bucs did put out a list of the longest tenured playoff players. Obviously, Tom Brady leads the way. But the second player was Logan Ryan, the safety. The third player was Shaq Mason playing red cards tonight. What is the common theme there? They were all New England Patriots, so they brought their winning ways here to Tampa Bay. And Tom Brady, of course, hoping his Patriots buddies can help him lead the Bucs again to the Super Bowl. So we've got a lot coming up tonight. Some breaking news this afternoon involving Ryan Jensen. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we get you ready for the Bucs and the Cowboys. Let's send it back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you both. And your official Bucs station has this countdown to kick off.
Fans are flocking to the stadium for what could be Tom Brady's final home game. News Channel 8's Jack Royer joins us live at the parking lot tailgate area with how fans are holding up ahead of this do-or-die game. Hey, Jack.
Keith, Jen, they're having a great time out here tonight. Fans are starting to pour into Ray J at this moment, getting ready for this matchup. But out here, some of them don't have tickets, and they don't want them because they've got the tailgates to look forward to. Big Russ here is running his tailgate. Russ, I gotta say, good to see you guys. I was thinking if I was looking for the winner of a food competition, it might be you. Tell me what you got right here.
Oh, I have a wonderful steak burger.
Okay.
It's a Austin, Texas creation that we're going to steal their mojo and take their magic and win the game.
I like
with our magic burger here. And we got grilled onions. We got an Amish candied bacon with apple candy, granny apples, and yeah, and blue cheese.
And tell me, I know you are a professional. You told me this all gets set up for the tailgate, torn down, and you're going into the game.
That's right. And we're going into the game, and the Bucs are going to win.
I like it. Go Bucs. Thanks for letting us in on the action. You can see they've got Channel 8 on us behind it. Lots of Bucs fans are ready to go tonight and excited for this matchup and ready to get through Dallas and on to the next one. We'll be out here partying with them all night long. Keith and Jen, back to you. Actually, you know what? I was just thinking it's a little chilly out here, and I want to go to Jeff Baradelli. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baradelli's watching the weather for us tonight. Jeff, how's it feeling out there?
You know, you're probably not too far away from where I am right now. It's starting to get chilly. Big difference from a couple hours ago when the sun was beating down on us. We had completely sunny skies today. Now we have completely clear skies. And usually when that happens, temperatures fall pretty quickly. Now, it's not going to be as cold as it was last night, but it is going to be a pretty chilly night. Let's show you the temperatures across the area right now. We're in the 60s, most of us today. Now, most of us dropping into the 50s. And again, because we have such dry air out there, temperatures are going to drop pretty quickly. On the radar, though, nothing to worry about. Max Defender rate is all quiet. So if you're headed out to the game, this is what we're looking for. Temperatures starting out in the low to mid 50s, ending up right around 50 degrees by the end of the game, even some upper 40s. So definitely need the coats. It is a cold night. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, the good news is it's not going to be as cold as it was this morning. A lot of folks this morning waking up to temperatures in the 30s, some temperatures near freezing in some parts of the area. But we are looking at a little bit slightly more mild temperatures tomorrow morning. So that's the weather forecast we're looking at. We got some rowdy Bucs fans, No! A Cowboy fan, can you pixelate her? We don't want to see any Cowboys fans out here. All right, sending it back to you guys in the studio.
I see some
Can
Bucs
we blur
fans.
them? Pixelate.
We're blurring. Some Bucs fans are blurring.
Fine, but the Cowboys fans.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you, Jeff.
By the way, if the Bucs beat the Cowboys tonight, Tom Brady will get yet another record.
The GOAT would have the outright record for most Monday Night Football wins by a starting quarterback. He currently ties that record at 20 with former Miami Dolphins QB Dan Marino. So a lot is on the line tonight. We're going to have more Bucs coverage coming up. But right now, we want to get to our other big stories around the Bay Area, including a celebration to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
St. Petersburg hosts one of the nation's longest running MLK parades, and News Channel 8's Melissa Marino was there.
Thousands line the streets of St. Petersburg to remember the dream.
I feel like this brings us all together. Like this, any race, like we're just able to come together as one.
The 37th annual Dream Big Parade, one of the nation's longest running MLK parades. From the floats to the bands and beads, it's a chance for the whole community to get together. All of this to celebrate the life and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
It's bringing everybody from every race together to enjoy, you know, the festivities and be about the business that he was, which was to bring everybody together from every race, religion, or whatever.
After the parade, folks moved over to Tropicana Field for the MLK Family Fun Day. Melissa Marino, 8 on your side.
The city of Tampa is also honoring the leader who fought for unity and equality. Floats, cars, motorcycles, and bands lined the streets of East Tampa today. Thousands of residents came out to enjoy the music and catch beads. The Dr. Martin Luther King Foundation hosted the parade. A portion of the parade fees will help provide scholarships to high school students. And the iconic Don Cesar Hotel is celebrating its 95th anniversary. In 1928, real estate businessman Thomas Rowe opened the Grand Hotel as a tribute to his lost love. In the 40s, the Don was converted into a military hospital, then a VA headquarters. And in 1973, it reopened as a resort. The Don Cesar has also had some high-profile guests over the years, including Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, and F. Scott Fitzgerald.
The Venice Theater just received a major boost to help rebuild from Hurricane Ian. The storm blew out walls and caused major water damage throughout that building. The theater set a goal of raising $4 million to repair and rebuild. And today, the theater announced a $100,000 matching grant from the Kathleen K. Catlin Foundation to help reach their goals.
So that the dollars we raise starting January 1st will be matched dollar for dollar until we hit that $100,000 level.
So far, the theater has raised more than $1.5 million for rebuilding, and they are putting on productions at the Raymond Center in downtown Venice while their main building is under construction. Well, even though all eyes are on the Bucs tonight, there is another player that we've been rooting for the last couple of weeks.
Coming up, the Bucs weigh in on Damar Hamlin's road to recovery after his sudden collapse during a game.